Right now, somewhere in your pocket or on the table beside you, your phone is waiting. You already know you're going to check it. You probably know it's not necessary. And yet, in the next few minutes, your hand is going to reach for it anyway. That's not weakness. That's not addiction in the way you think of it. The real answer is far stranger. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was built to do 200,000 years ago, on a savanna that no longer exists. Picture a forager walking through tall grass. She isn't looking for one specific thing. She's scanning. Berries here, movement there. A rustle that might be food, or might be a predator, or might be nothing at all. She has no way of knowing in advance. She only knows that checking is cheap and missing is expensive. So she checks again and again and again. That instinct never left. It just found a new savanna. Yours has a glass screen. Here's where the science gets specific. In the 1990s, a neuroscientist named Kent Berridge, working at the University of Michigan, made a discovery that reshaped how we understand desire itself. He was studying dopamine, the brain chemical everyone blames for pleasure. But Berridge found something odd. When he blocked dopamine in lab rats, they didn't stop enjoying sugar. Their little faces still lit up with the same reflexive delight. What they stopped doing was seeking it out. Dopamine, it turned out, wasn't about liking something. It was about wanting it. The chase, not the reward. Sit with that for a second. Wanting and liking are two separate systems in your brain. You can want something you don't even like. Have you ever refreshed an app, felt nothing when it loaded, and refreshed it again anyway? That's not you being irrational. That's wanting operating completely independent of liking, exactly the way Berridge's research predicted it would. Now push the timeline back further. Long before screens, before agriculture, before permanent settlements, your ancestors were what scientists call optimal foragers. In the 1970s, a biologist named Eric Charnoff formalized this into something called the marginal value theorem. It's a simple idea dressed up in complicated math. Every forager, human or animal, has to constantly decide whether to keep gathering in one spot or move to a new one. Stay too long in a depleted patch and you waste energy. Leave too early and you miss what was about to pay off. The brain that survives is the brain that's always slightly restless, always half wondering if the next patch is better than this one. You are the descendant of the ones who wondered. The ones who sat still and stopped scanning didn't starve immediately. But over enough generations, they lost ground to the ones who kept checking the next bush, the next ridge, the next stretch of river. Restlessness wasn't a flaw in that world. It was the whole survival strategy. Your phone understood this before you did. Every app you use was built by people who studied exactly this kind of behavior. Pull to refresh. Infinite scroll. The little red notification dot. None of these are neutral design choices. They are modern renderings of an ancient patch of grass, engineered to make you believe something good might be one swipe away. It might be. That's what makes it work. There's a reason this feels different from simple pleasure. In the 1990s and 2000s, a researcher named Robert Sapolsky at Stanford ran a series of studies on monkeys and reward. He found that dopamine didn't spike when the monkeys received a treat they expected. It spiked hardest when the reward was uncertain, random, unpredictable. A treat that arrived on a coin flip schedule produced more dopamine, more anticipation, more craving than a treat that arrived every single time. Think about what that means for the device in your hand. If every notification were guaranteed to be exciting, you'd eventually get bored of it. If every notification were guaranteed to be boring, you'd stop checking. But your phone is neither. It's a coin flip. Sometimes it's nothing, a spam email, a calendar reminder, and sometimes it's a message from someone you like, a bit of unexpected good news, a small hit of social validation. You can never predict which one you're about to get. And that unpredictability is precisely what your dopamine system evolved to chase hardest. This isn't new information to the people who build these products. Long before smartphones, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner ran experiments on pigeons in boxes, giving them food pellets on random schedules instead of fixed ones. The pigeons that got rewarded unpredictably pecked far more obsessively than the ones who got rewarded every single time. Skinner called it a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. You might know it better as the exact mechanism behind slot machines. And, whether by direct inspiration or convergent design, the exact mechanism behind the app sitting on your home screen right now.